Welcome back to NT Coins World. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating and sometimes surprising world of Lincoln cents, specifically looking at two remarkable coins that might be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket right now. Indeed, we'll be exploring the 1983 Lincoln cent and the 1990 D Lincoln cent, both in fine condition, and uncovering the stories, the value, and the unique characteristics that make these coins so special. So grab your magnifying glass and let's get into it. Let's kick things off with the 1983 Lincoln cent. At first glance, this may seem like just another penny, but hold on tight because this particular year introduced a range of fascinating varieties and potential errors that collectors are eager to get their hands on. The Philadelphia Mint produced a staggering 7.7 billion Lincoln cents in that year, making it one of the highest mintage years for this coin. However, not all 1983 Lincoln cents are created equal. What really sets the 1983 Lincoln cent apart in the eyes of collectors is the potential for errors that occurred during its minting process. One of the notable varieties is the 1983 double die obverse, sometimes referred to as the double die variety. This error features a noticeable doubling of the lettering on the obverse side, most prominently seen on the word Liberty and the date itself. Coins with this kind of error can fetch anywhere between $500 to $1,500, depending on the severity of the doubling and the condition of the coin, making it a prized find for numismatists. Even without the doubling error, a typical 1983 Lincoln cent in fine condition can still hold considerable value. While many of these coins are often found in circulation, those that have been carefully preserved or collected can sometimes be valued around $20 to $50. However, if you're fortunate enough to possess a 1983 Lincoln cent that has been graded and authenticated as a red example, you may see prices escalate up to the range of $100 to $300. It's essential to understand the historical context of the 1983 Lincoln cent to appreciate its significance fully. The early 1980s were a time of considerable economic challenges in the United States. Inflation rates were soaring, and the US government was examining its coin production costs closely. By the end of the decade, the penny itself was under scrutiny, as more Americans were opting to use larger denominations and credit cards for their transactions. The 1983 cents were struck during a fascinating time in American history, when coin production was undergoing changes, including experiments in different alloy compositions. The typical copper content dropped from 95% to just 2.5% zinc. While this shift wasn't in effect for the 1983 coin itself, it marked the beginning of changes in minting practices that would last for years to come. When it comes to the market value of the 1983 Lincoln cent, it's important to consider various factors, including grading. Coins in fine condition indicate visible details, but some wear on the surface. If you have a well-preserved specimen free of noticeable corrosion or major scratches, it could potentially be one of the prized finds. As we mentioned earlier, values can range generally from $20 to upwards of $300 for higher graded examples, depending on demand in the marketplace. Collectors and enthusiasts especially love the thrill of finding these surprising gems among common year pennies. Now let's transition to the next coin on our journey through the Lincoln cents, a coin from another pivotal year, the 1990 D Lincoln cent. Shifting our focus to the 1990 D Lincoln cent, a coin that deserves its place in the spotlight. Minted at the Denver Mint, the 1990 D Lincoln cent has a mintage of approximately 5.6 billion coins. While not as notoriously famous for errors as the 1983 minting, it does offer unique traits that have intrigued collectors over the years. In fine condition, the 1990 D exhibits good detail, with some wear but no major marks or abrasions. Its value largely stems from its demand among collectors. Typically, a 1990 D in fine condition can be valued at about 10 cents to $1, while some pristine specimens are valued at about $3 to $5. However, the jewel in the crown for this year is the famous 1990 D close AM variety, which occurs when A and M in America are nearly touching in the design. This variety is incredibly sought after, with values soaring to $1,500 or more, depending on condition. The key here is that the close AM can make a world of difference in the value of what might seem to be a common penny otherwise. The year 1990 was significant for more than just the minting of this cent coin. The early 90s were marked by considerable change in political, technological and financial landscapes in the United States. The US was coming out of the savings and loan crisis, which was impacting the economy profoundly. A notable aspect of 1990 in relation to its coins was the US Mint adjusting its production and making efforts to improve coin quality while still grappling with high production costs. The differences between wide and close AMs are an example of the quality control challenges that faced the mint. With changes in how coins were minted and produced during these years, it's no wonder that some 1990D coins were accidentally struck with the close AM display. Most of the coins were produced with the wide AM, which is the more commonly found variety. Collectors often find it challenging yet exhilarating to track down these nuances among modern coins. For collectors, the 1990D Lincoln cent may not seem as legendary as its 1983 counterpart at first, but it certainly has its enticing mysteries. As we've discussed, the close AM variety can yield high values, making it a significant focus for many who explore contemporary US currency. While most common 1990D cents are not considered particularly valuable, astute collectors know to keep an eye out for that elusive variety. In conclusion, the 1983 Lincoln cent and the 1990D Lincoln cent, both in fine condition, showcase the intrigue and excitement that surrounds coin collecting. Whether it's the historical significance of the 1983 coins, with their variety of errors and unique minting challenges, or the nuanced varieties of the 1990D cent, these coins reflect not just monetary value, but also a rich tapestry of American history. Thank you for joining us today on NT Coins World. If you have any Lincoln cents, especially from these years, take a closer look. You might have a hidden treasure in your collection. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more fantastic coin exploration, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting.